salute guys. Jibru back with another public service announcement. Gents, I hope you guys are feeling good this morning. Salute guys, shout out to Mr. Mayor, back with another public service announcement. Obviously myself, Mr. Mayor, Matthew Vey in the building. How you doing this morning, my brother?
Fantastic, thank you very much.
Getting back straight into it, I said I've been wanting to have you here, but I've been watching you for the last few weeks. I'm gonna say a few weeks. I randomly, and that's the same thing I told Jan. I was chilling, I was watching something on DSTV actually, right? Yeah, I was like, I'm trying to find some more like South African content to watch because I watch a lot of international film, but I don't get enough. Because I mean, there were a few series that was going out now. Then I was like, what's this summertide business? And I actually started watching it not too long ago. So I want to get straight into that. Tell me about, your casting for summertide.
Yo, dude, that was probably the luckiest casting I've gotten. I just moved to Cape Town. I moved down for a job that I had like 2 years ago and decided to relocate to Cape Town from Joburg. And I got this casting. And it was actually funny. Jan and I were both optioned for his role.
Okay.
Yeah, so him and I were, I believe, it was between him and I for the role of Tristan.
Yes.
And then he ended up booking that, and then they had me back to cast for the role of Wesley. Yeah, man, so it's a huge blessing. I think I did one casting and one callback, and then I could
see either of you guys doing either roles because you're just you guys are friends then, so I could see that roles being reversed.
Yeah,
in any
and
case.
I mean, if you watch it, you can check. Like, it's the most comfortable part of the whole series for me is filming with him because I've been mates with him since I was in matric.
Okay, so you guys come a long way.
Yeah.
And coming all the way from Joburg to Cape Town. Why was the move purely because of work?
Yeah. Big time. Yeah, no. I was booking, I was doing all right in Joburg. When I was in matric, I did a film called Moffie, which is where I met Jan on the sets of that film. And that shot in Cape Town. And then I booked another role for Warrior for HBO, and then I had to come back to Cape Town to do that. So it just kept being this thing of me needing to travel for work. Yeah. So Cape Town was kind of calling me from the beginning of my acting career, pretty much.
But it's crazy because if you look at early days of filming, I think most of the films or movies were happening in Joburg, and lots of things are happening this side. But now, how long have you been here?
I moved here May last year.
Would you go back? JHB or Cape Town?
Big time Cape Town.
Yes.
Look, I love Johannesburg. I love the people there. I love my friends there. It's nothing. I've got nothing but love for home.
Yes.
But there's a casting director, Bonnie Redini, and I did her acting workshop earlier this year, and she had this beautiful way of saying this. She said, Cape Town, because of the rate at which the film and TV industry is growing in terms of an international market, this is the back door into Hollywood.
Okay.
So, for example, like that audition I did for Warrior for HBO, if I was still living in Los Angeles like I was a year prior to that, I would have never even gotten into the room to audition for that role.
I got you. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like it's a smaller pool, and the international interest in Cape Town is growing so much. If you want to work internationally as a South African, you don't have to move to LA.
Okay.
Yeah.
So since moving here, what's 5 things? There's lots of Cape Town people watching this. What's 5 things you like about Cape Town then?
Oh, cheapers. Try not to give the basic answers here.
Yeah.
The Joe Burgers that live here.
No, it's fine.
I'm playing.
We know you're still a Joburg boy, but we just want to know some of the things that you.
I love the celebration of art here.
Yes.
I love walking through Observatory in Woodstock and just like an absolute celebration of art. I love having my age group of people so adventurous about fashion, so adventurous about the things that they're doing. In terms of creative startups. It's very inspiring. In Joburg, none of my friends were in the field I was in.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't really have that space of creatives, whereas since moving to Cape Town, Jan has introduced me to so many.
Now you got plenty here, because there's so many people out here in this,
Millions. So I think that's one of them. Definitely the creatives in my age group that I get to bounce off of, be inspired by, and be around. It's very, very important to me. My older brother Stephen, he's lived here for 6 years now.
Okay, so he's been here. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So I've been able to spend more time with him, which I really, really, really love. I love the idea of not knowing what you're going to do when you wake up, especially in a creative field like this, where you're not working every day of the week, and when the weather's good, you can go hiking, you can go surfing, you can go swimming, you can go walk your dog.
I'm sure you're enjoying the beaches too, bro.
Incredible. Someone, Uber driver said the other day, he was like, he was like, pretty people are flowers, and Cape Town is a beautiful garden.
It's a beautiful garden.
Yeah.
You know what? I spent some time in Joburg when I was there for a while. But because I'm being primarily from Cape Town, it's like I miss my mountain and I miss my water. Like I just couldn't. I mean, as beautiful, as fun as Joburg was, like for me, the smell of the sea air is just different. I don't know. What part of Joburg you in? What part of Joburg are you in?
I grew up in Randburg.
Okay.
I grew up in Randburg, until I was, till last year. So I was born and bred Johannesburg. And it's so funny, like, Joburg, the things that you do for fun is so limited.
Is it limited?
In a way. So a lot of it is socializing. You
Okay.
know? So, like, the stigma of, like, Cape Town people are cliquey.
Yes.
I don't think that's true. I think that there are just more things that you can do in Cape Town by yourself or with a smaller group of friends.
No, because there's so many things to do.
Exactly.
It's not like that one thing, like, okay, we're just all doing this. We're all going to be at this pub. Or like, there's so many. I mean, whether you're in the beach, whether you're hiking, whether you're in some tunnels, whether you're graffitiing, whether you're at an art festival. There's too many things to do.
Yeah.
So there's a group everywhere.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, and if you're moving with your homies, I mean, it kind of makes sense. Whereas in Joburg, what you do for fun is, okay, where are we going to be at 5?
Yes.
Who's starting the fire?
Okay.
So it's about who you talk to, who you meet, and like socializing. That's what the fun part of being a Joburger is. Whereas in Cape Town, you can go on this like very individual journey, and just do shit by yourself if you want to.
Look, and now I want to get back into a little bit of the series. I don't, without giving too much away, like for people that haven't watched it yet, right? So I see you have a love interest. Well, you have. For me, I find a super interesting love interest because I don't think I've seen that on TV before. I think for me it was the first time, and obviously knowing the difference in the cultures. I mean, what was that like for you?
It was very stressful at first. When we were at that table read and I saw that Amina and I were going to get together in the story. Amina and Wesley were going to get together in the story. It was a bit daunting. I was like, I don't know how, the Muslim community is going to feel about this.
Receive this, yes.
And then look, luckily it's been really beautifully received.
Yes.
Like if I get stopped in, I'm huge in Diskim, by the way.
Okay.
I don't really get I don't really get recognized anywhere other than Diskim and like Woolworths.
Yeah.
But a lot of the time it is people from the Muslim community and they are super, super happy about it. And the reception that I'm getting from it and that the Robin and I are getting from it has been really, really positive. So I'm very stoked at the
like
way
I
that
watched that. There was a one part when you still said, you look very Jamila today, right? And then she was like, no, that's not the word. Now I actually just wanted to be on the show and correct it. Like, you actually did say it right. That was actually the right thing to say.
Is it?
You actually the word you Googled is the actual meaning of what you wanted to say.
Yeah, that wasn't in the script that day, dude.
Is it?
Yeah, I popped that into Google.
Then her response was like, no, it's mashallah. But that which would probably be more like this is how Allah has willed it. It's like it's beautiful because it's meant to be by God kind of thing, which doesn't actually mean what you meant.
Yeah,
because you did mean the right thing.
I was just trying to say you look beautiful.
Yeah.
But I wasn't going to correct the correction, that's for sure.
And I mean, going and with this whole mission, and then obviously you, like, I would take it, you like the stressed teen, with the parents going through all these ups and downs, and then playing that role. Do you find are there any similarities in the role you play in your versus your real life?
Luckily I grew up with mom and dad that really, really loved each other.
Yes.
I was very fortunate in the household that I grew up in. So a lot of what I was drawing from was kind of what I saw growing up from other families and that sort of thing. Look, I mean, Wesley's got nothing but love for his dad, even though even though that his dad doesn't do really well with that love. So that was easy to access. I got a great relationship with my old man. And yeah, dude, it's honestly, yes. I mean, being an angsty teen looks pretty similar in most households, I'd say. So like playing 16 was a lot of fun. Yeah. Because, you like get a mood and you just amp it up. Because when you're 16, that's how everything feels. You're angry, you're so much angrier. You're happy, you're so much happier. So that was a lot of fun being able to go back.
Even the introduction to your role, when I see it for the first, that was obviously the fight that happens. The fight that happens on at the hub and things like that. And I mean, playing all these roles, drinking teens. I mean, what was for you personally? What was the best part of playing the role you play?
Dude, probably going into my memory bank of when I was a lighty and like that scene specifically that you're talking about. That's such a Joburg like big, boisterous, like the way I take his phone in that scene. And then when I take his phone and I know he's on and I'm like making fun of him for talking to his mom, and I go, "Hello, Ma."
Yeah.
That's something that we used to do to tease each other growing up.
Okay.
So that's actually a line I took from my older brothers, Stephen and Chris, because they used to take their mates' phones when they were on the phone with their mom.
Yeah.
I go, "Hello, Ma." So like, you know, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Look, I got a couple of would you rather questions here, man. So if you had to choose, right, would you rather play if you could choose, right, would you rather play the hero role or the villain role?
At this point, I'd love to play a villain.
You'd love to play a villain
because I've been playing very lovable best friend, kind of like, you know, everybody likes him, sort of lovable role. So to play a villain would be a lot of fun.
to put it out in the universe, like hopefully it's manifests. Like, what personally, if you could do any role, any type of movie right now, what would it be?
That's a brilliant question. I would really love to play a real life person, someone that has lived, someone that I could speak to or that I could reference from their life. I would
like
love
a biography kind of thing.
I would love to do a biopic.
Yeah,
I would really, really love to do a biopic of someone that had like a lot of influence in the art world. I don't know if I'm quite ready for it at the moment. No, I am. I totally am. I'm ready. I'm ready. Universe, yes. I'm ready.
Yes.
That's the thing I would love to do, is play like a real person, like what Timothy Chalamet is doing now with Bob Dylan. Would love to do something like that one day. That's incredible. I'd love that.
And I mean, what was your? I mean, you've done quite a number of things. I mean, obviously, when you go research some of the things that you have done, but was any role that you played that you just personally you didn't really like, but I mean, you did it anyway because it's the job?
Oof. It's tough to say on air, but
and it's not. I mean, it's no shade to them or the producers or whatever. I'm just mean for you in your own personal capacity.
Yeah, look, there was a role that I took in New York when I was younger, when I was like 19.
Yeah.
Trying to make a name for myself in America. Moved to LA when I was 18, and then COVID hit very soon after me moving there. So I was struggling for work a lot. So I ended up working as an art director, props master, a PA on sets.
Yeah.
So whenever like an acting opportunity would come my way, I'd kind of grab it with both hands. And I learned a pretty hectic lesson about that. I got caught in a contract that I was really uncomfortable with, that I did not like. The story was not well written. The organization of the production was really, really bad. And these people were not open with me about what would be going down.
Yes.
And like, look, I wasn't forced into anything very uncomfortable, but I wasn't happy about the work. And I've been trying to get it off my IMDb for a long time now.
Okay. I'll get that off. Okay, I got you. So would you rather star in an award-winning indie film or a blockbuster franchise?
I've already done the first one.
Okay.
So I think I'd have to say the blockbuster franchise would be fantastic.
Okay.
Get a little bit of money, retire early.
Lovely. Talking about that, I mean, does I always ask this question, and I've spoken to a number of actors. Is acting a good let's say career choice to take if you're trying to make big bucks? Because I feel like people always have the perception, if you're in the public eye, that you have like huge amounts of money. Because I mean, that's always the idea people think, because they think this is Hollywood too. You know, this is South Africa. But now, do you feel like it's a safe option to take?
No, and I don't think anything.
No, not at all.
And I don't think anything worth doing in life is safe. I think if you're chasing your passion truly, you know that there's a risk that it's not going to work out. To those of you out there that want to be artists, just make sure you really want to be an artist.
Yeah.
Don't say this is something I kind of want to do. I met so many people like that in acting school that just decided to do acting because their parents needed them to do something. And that's really frustrating, because this is a passionate field. This is not something easy. This is like, you know, you're not going to make a shitload of money, especially out of the gates. You're not going to. You need to be really clever with your money. Andre Jacobs, who plays Tristan's grandfather in Summerside, who plays Grandpa Jack.
Yes.
He gave me a very good piece of advice. Well, him and Morné Visser, they said the same thing to me on the same day. They were like, listen, your career's looking good. You're looking good. But when it rains, it pours. When it's dry, there's a drought.
Yes.
Be good with your money. Pay attention to when your money's coming in. Pay attention to when it's going out. Make sure you have a savings always. So it's just like any other job. You need to be really, really, really clever, because there will be seasons where it's really tough and you're not going to book.
That was my follow-up question. Something, what does one do when there's no work? But like this,
Make
you
it.
just aren't the role right now, you know. And we're looking at close, like the money might be drying up. So what do I do in between? And I mean, the reason I speak about this because I spoke to Jan about, I mean, that whole bill that we're still trying to pass for actors to still get paid, even the residual payments, even if they're not on set, you know what I mean, kind of thing. Because I mean, it's like it's a shot in the dark. Like, what if what if the next 30 movies that come out, this is not the person they're looking for?
Yeah.
And then what do we do, you know?
Yeah, well, that's also a huge part of why I'm so grateful to be in Cape Town right now is because I'm surrounded by creatives that want to make things.
Yes.
So when there's a moment where it's dry,
let's make something.
Let's make something.
Okay, cool.
Winter months, let's get out there. Let's go film something. So I've got a great group of friends that are actors that are very, very keen and passionate about making things. And it runs deeper than that. I've got cinematographer friends. I've got people that work in audio. So it's like, if there's nothing,
we'll find something. We'll make a way.
So I've just launched my own Deep House events.
Yes.
Called House of Jane. So that's something that I'm doing to keep myself busy, and I'm doing stand-up comedy now as well.
Stand-up comedy as well. I mean, I knew the DJ, but I didn't know the stand-up comedy part.
It's a new one, yeah. Armchair on the 20th. I'm on the
lineup. I know they say you should never tell comedians or someone who's in comedy to be funny, but is there any joke you might have?
No.
Then you can maybe share with us, or do we have to come watch the show?
So you're going to have to come watch the show.
Is the comedy surrounded by any of the stuff that you already do? Is it experiences? Is it you talking about something? Or is it you criticize? Like, I don't know what kind of style, because there's different styles of comedy, I guess.
A lot of it is just my experiences. A lot of it is moving from Joburg to Cape Town. A lot of it is that.
And adapting to that.
Yeah. A lot of that's very relatable to a lot of people that are watching. And also getting a Joburger's perspective can be really, really funny.
Okay.
I mean, like growing
now,
up.
Please tell me one thing. It doesn't have to be a joke. I'm just asking you a normal question. What?
Cheapest dude. Well, the fashion is one thing. The fashion I find hilarious because in Joburg it's all like I got the new Yeezys, I got the new Adidas freaking pinstripe pants. You know, I'm rocking the new Nike bomber.
Yes.
And then like in Cape Town, it's like this jacket was worn in World War II. There's a bullet hole in the back still from when the oak got shot. You know, they wear their Birkenstocks.
Yes.
And not first-hand Birkenstocks. Everything's got to be second-hand.
It's got to be second-hand.
It's like the older your clothes look, the cooler your drip is.
So you're really thrifty now. Yeah, bro. Like, I'm on a new level, bro. Exactly. Thrift stores only.
The only thing you're allowed to buy new in Cape Town is a K-Way.
A K-Way, yeah. Everything else you got to thrift.
Everything else has got to be second-hand.
Okay, I got you. Now I'm keen. I'm going to come check it out.
Sure.
Would you rather have the ability to perfectly memorize your lines in one read or improvise effortlessly?
Improvise effortlessly.
I spoke to Jan and he told me lots of your stuff was even improv, and I think it was amazing.
Yeah.
Because they allowed you to, for you to kind of channel that energy yourself, and it came out proper.
Yeah.
That's why it seems so, I feel so genuine. It seems real. You know what I mean?
We had a conversation with the writers about that, Jan and I, because a lot of the dialogue written between me and him, it was very rigid.
Okay.
And I mean, it's not to say that the writing was bad. It was just that the lingo and the slang that was used was not truthful and appropriate to the relationship.
No, I got you. That I mean, and that is why there should be that opportunities for you guys to obviously give your input in, because then it makes more sense. Because a writer's job is to be the writer, but for someone that's actually in life and living every single day, you're like, yeah, but people don't actually talk like that. This is what they would say. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, like, look at this, you also working with two different types of actors. I mean, like working with Jan, he's also very organic, wanting to like try new things. Sorry. He's very much like into improv, very much into keeping it natural, not staying very rigid on the lines particularly. And then working with like Robin. Yeah. Robin was also hugely natural, massively organic, like just so easy to work with and listen to in the scene. However, like it's not as much improvised when I was working with her. And not that she can't improv, she can improv beautifully.
Yes.
It's just that her style of acting is more finding the truth in the words that already exist.
Okay.
Whereas for me, it's more, I see the words, let me say them in a way that feels more truthful to me. So it's just like two different processes of being natural and organic. So like the scenes with Robin was, I need to have my lines down. I'd need to have my lines down because she's waiting for a particular cue. Exactly. Her delivery
depends on what you're about to say.
In the text.
Yes.
Yeah. Whereas with Jan, it was more like, who knows how we're going to say it?
Yes.
We don't know yet. Every take's going to be different. Yeah.
Okay, so then with that being said, I mean, tell me, I mean, you're filming, I'm sure you're a film enthusiast of some sort, right?
Sorry?
You're a film enthusiast. You mean
Yeah,
you like
yeah, yeah.
movies?
Big time,
So,
big time.
top 5 movies of all time. And they could be local and it can be international, all in one. 5, just 5 movies that you personally think are some of the greatest movies you've ever watched.
Well, I recently treated myself to a date at Ster-Kinekor.
Yes, lovely.
Watched Pulp Fiction.
Okay.
Yeah. So I didn't go by myself. I went on a date.
Yes.
And I watched Pulp Fiction at
Yeah.
Ster-Kinekor, which is an old favorite of mine. So that one's definitely up there.
Pulp Fiction,
The
okay.
Big Lebowski.
Yeah.
I love the Big Lebowski. That character is just so relatable and just so awesome. Local, I love Bang Bang Club and I love Standard. I watched that one recently and it fucked me up. That's it.
I should check that one out.
Oh, you got to. That's it's in South African. That's justice. It's serious. So that's 4. Hey, 5th one, something I've watched recently. Maybe let me just say, Treasure Planet.
Treasure Planet.
Oh yeah, childhood favorite.
Yeah.
Big time.
Haven't watched that one in ages, eh?
Yeah, I rewatched it the other day.
How long ago was that?
2004,
2004.
2003.
Jeez, that's like 20 years ago.
Yeah, Jesus. I
gotta
was
check it out.
3 years old.
Okay, I gotta check that one out again. But I definitely watched it. And then top 5 actors. But I'm gonna let's make it 6. So
Cool.
I don't know if you want to add any local in there. It's up to you. So we can do 3 international, 3 local.
Cool. 3 international. Jeremy Allen White at the moment.
Okay.
Love the work he's doing. Love Shameless. Love The Bear. Love Iron Claw. Jeremy Allen White. Definitely
Jeremy Allen White, yeah.
Jeff Bridges, just as like always loved him.
Yeah.
Classic household favorite. Dad loved him as well, so that's a big favorite there.
Just one more.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
one more.
Okay.
Anyone?
Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lady Gaga?
Lady Gaga.
You sure?
Yeah.
That's
Lady
your
Gaga. Absolutely. No, she's unreal. Love
two
her work.
roles that you played that you loved.
Okay. A Star is Born.
Yeah.
Blew my socks off. And honestly, I thought she was great in Joker. She got a lot of
Okay.
hate for that.
thought she was good.
But I thought she was fantastic.
Okay.
I love the way she uses her space. It's massive.
Local.
Okay.
And look, these could be mates of yours. These could be people you've worked with. These could be people that you have not worked with yet. People that you've seen. It's just
Mornay Visser.
Yeah.
Just as a human, great friend of mine now as well. This has given me wisdom, life advice, acting advice. Very dear to me now. Played my dad in Summerside for a whole year. He actually played my dad on Warrior as well.
Okay.
So he's played my dad twice.
Yeah.
Geez, like, man. God's sakes. Can I say Jan Kombrink?
You can. You know what? You can even with the lost. You can be yourself and Jan. That's fine with me too. Yeah.
Okay. No, yeah. Let's say Monet, freaking love Jan, and Carlo Daniels. He's a theatre heavyweight. He's more in the theatre world.
Yeah.
He's a resident actor at the Baxter. I just did a play with him called Metamorphosis, and he taught me and showed me things that I was just so lucky to just be there for. Oh, bro, how have I missed this one? He's just done Ugly Nunu. Andrew Buckland.
Okay.
Andrew Buckland, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, grown up, loving his work forever, yeah.
And I mean, with you guys, with you do obviously the acting and stuff. I mean, with it Summertide or any of the other things. I mean, have you ever had like any issues with any of the other actors on set? Like,
No.
yeah.
Honestly, no. Look, I wasn't on set every day. My role was a lot smaller, so I was sort of not there very often. Whenever I would get there and there was drama, it would be like, yo, you won't believe what happened.
You just missed it yesterday. Yeah,
You won't
I guess I'm trying to talk about like the dynamics between, let's say, seasoned actors, new actors, people that, I don't know if it is like that. That's why I ask, like, are there differences or what people see on screen versus off screen, you know what I mean? Like, and the energy dynamics between people.
Look, I'm not even just saying this to keep everyone happy here. Hey, I got along with every single human being on that set. It was really, really, really a huge blessing. And the seasoned actors were more than willing to teach, to show, to share, to guide. It was really, really, really a beautiful, beautiful collaborative experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't say that anyone... I mean, there was one fight that happened once on set.
Yeah.
between one of the leads and the AD, and that was nipped in the bud so quickly. No one even really heard about it until it was over.
Okay.
So I mean, it was a whole year for like nothing to really have happened. I think that's really special. It was a really, really special environment to be in.
I got you. Okay, next one. Would you rather win an Oscar for a serious drama or a Golden Globe for a comedy?
Oscar, man.
For a serious drama.
Oscar for a serious drama, yeah. I feel like once you've done that, I mean, you're booking for life. But I guess it's the same with the Golden Globe. Oh my God, I'll take either, dude. I'll take a nomination on either, bro.
Okay. Would you rather work with an acclaimed director with a difficult reputation or a new director but who's easygoing but inexperienced?
Well, I mean, the latter. I mean, you don't know what magic's going to come out of there, hey. I want to say the latter just for let's see what happens.
Okay.
But the first one I think it's probably the safer answer to say, hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it doesn't matter.
Let's say the latter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather star in a biopic about a real person or play a fictional character in a fantasy epic?
A biopic about a real person.
We spoke about that one. Okay. Would you rather do your own stunts in an action movie or rely on a highly skilled stunt double?
Definitely do my own stunts. I've actually got a funny story about this.
Go for it. I'm listening.
When I auditioned for Warrior, they asked me, "How's your your fighting experience?" And I said, "Nah, boxer, kickboxer,
Yep,
judo, freaking killing it, bro." Did my tape, booked it, and they were like, "Cool, you're doing your own fight scene." I was like,
I'm not sure about this one.
all right, no, cool. Immediately went to like the local boxing gym and I said to this oak, I was like, "But you need to sort me out.
Train me up a bit."
Immediately.
Yes.
And luckily everything went really, really well. But I ended up having a 3-minute long sequence with one of the lead actors of
And it
Warrior.
had to be proper.
Dude, it was like 4 stunt rehearsals in this huge warehouse in Pinelands. Unbelievable experience. I worked with the best stunt coordinators in the world. I met Andrew Koji, which was an absolute joke. No, dude, it was a crazy experience. And it's not that I lied. I have done boxing and I have done Tang Soo
But
Do.
not like, I mean, on a professional level enough.
What I said was like, I got this.
Yes.
And then, luckily it all turned out really well. And you can see that fight on my Instagram reels.
I'm going to go check that out. Okay. Would you rather do a scene with a heavy emotional dialogue or a physically challenging action sequence? That goes hand in hand with what we kind of just spoke about.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say that's two completely different situations. But I mean, the actor in me wants to say the emotionally heavy dialogue. Try to dig into that, get to learn it, that kind of thing.
Look, man, I watch many films and then sometimes I wonder how actors channel the ability to cry. But I don't know what's your process. I don't know if you've got into a scene where you cried just yet. But I mean, from your journey speaking to different actors, how do they channel this emotion?
There's a great quote by Tom Hardy where he says, "I'm not a method actor, but I believe that to get from one emotion to the next is not a method, it's any method necessary."
Okay.
So the first crying scene I ever did in Moffie was a scene in a water tower. It didn't actually make the cut of the film, but I used a lot of my personal trauma to kind of get there. And I found that really damaging. I found that really, really painful and like really hard to do over and over and over again.
So you do a couple of times?
Many times.
Yeah.
There was one single camera on the top of this big watchtower, so it was a lot of setups. It was crazy. We only had
but
one
that's what I'm
camera on
asking
that
about.
film.
So that's why I'm trying to get like into the meat of it. It's like, what are you replaying the same thought over and over? Are you thinking about a collection of
always
traumas
something
and thoughts? Like,
different.
what am I thinking about? You know what I mean?
It's always something different, like trying to live in the situation of the character, to live, okay, I'm this person now, how would this person feel about the situation? That's one, that's one thing. There's also sense memory, there's breath work, like getting yourself that like frantic thing through breathing, because your body doesn't know the difference between simulated trauma and real trauma.
Okay.
Your body doesn't actually know the difference. So you can breathe yourself into hysteria. You can breathe yourself into rage. You can breathe yourself into hysterical laughing.
Yes.
So I mean, there's so many different schools of thought as to how to do it. But I guess to say is any means necessary. If you need to tap into your dog that's died, if you need to tap into some horrible trauma that you've been through to cry.
Yes.
That's what you got to do. But other times it's not that hard. Other times you can kind of understand the character.
And then you can just feel it. Okay, I got you.
Yeah,
I
like
got
with
you.
Wesley, it was like that. With
Wow.
Wesley, he was a lighty I understood. He was a lighty that like I can see me being this human, and I can see how this would be so painful to see and to watch. So,
Nah, I got you. Okay. So do you rather act in a movie that has critical acclaim but low box office results, or one that's a box office hit but gets poor reviews?
the first one, the former,
first one.
definitely, yeah, critical acclaim. Hell yeah.
Okay, next one. Would you rather be a famous for a beloved sitcom or a hit drama series?
Hit drama series, and the reason I say that is because a lot of times sitcom actors kind of get stuck in their typecast.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? You kind of
Okay.
get stuck in that role. People struggle to see you as something else. Whereas drama, I feel like there's a lot more,
Space for you to,
a lot
to
more
move.
space.
I
Yeah,
got you.
yeah,
Would you rather have to wear elaborate prosthetics every day for a role, or do 12-hour method acting immersion for 6 months?
12-hour immersion method.
12-hour
acting.
method acting immersion for
Yes,
6
because
months.
that would be the biopic.
That would be it
That would be living as that other human for 6 months.
for 6 months.
Which
I
I
mean,
would love.
I saw other. I mean, when what's his name did the Joker role, and he actually went in and he had to do like proper method
Yeah.
acting. Is that something you feel like you could do?
I feel like he took it pretty far.
Yes.
I mean, look, we've got one of the best performances of the 21st century that he managed to put through. And like, look, a lot of people say that that's the reason that he passed away. He obviously had a lot of mental issues outside of that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, any means necessary.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I got another 5 more to go. Would you rather be on a set that films outdoors in extreme weather or in a claustrophobic studio?
Outdoors in extreme weather.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fine for you.
Yeah.
Would you rather do voice acting for an animated feature or perform on stage in a play?
Oh, perform on stage for a play. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was lucky enough to do that earlier this year for the first time.
Would
Best
you-
feeling.
Okay. Would you rather work on a project with a dream co-star you admire or in a genre you've never done but are excited about?
Dream co-star.
Dream co-star. Who's
Absolutely.
your dream co-star?
Oh my God. Locally.
Yeah.
That's Andrew Buckland.
Andrew Butland.
Andrew Buckland.
Okay.
Yeah, I was so inspired by him after watching Ugly Nunu recently. I'd love so much to be in a film with that guy. I nearly actually did a film.
Well, it's going to happen after this, I'm sure.
I hope so.
It's happening.
Hope so. Andrew?
Okay. Would you rather have a role that challenges you to speak in a different accent or one that challenges you to sing?
Oh, accents.
Accent, okay.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
You got any other
Jeez,
different
man.
accents? You got any other accents you can use?
I got plenty, man.
Okay,
Give me one.
I don't know how long the list is.
Dude, go crazy.
Okay, Shazad, a few there. Chinese.
Whoa,
Chinese.
whoa.
Chinese.
Whoa.
What?
Let's go northern.
Okay. You was like,
Whoa.
that's why I said I wasn't sure how big the scope is.
Whoa.
Okay. Give me, just give me any three that you know. We're looking for like 5 seconds on each one.
Right, so like let's do like your Scottish. What's his thing?
Scottish,
This
okay,
is
I
my
got-
drunken sailor that I do. So he's a little bit fucked. So he's just come up. Just come up the boat. So he's a little bit drunk. And then like for Warrior, I had to do an Irish accent,
Okay,
which
let's hear.
was sort of a regionally specific one. So this is how I had to speak for that role.
Yeah.
And then obviously I've had to do a few southern ones in America. I had to do sort of a Texan kind of one. Jan does this one really well.
Yes.
Yeah. Jesus, but I could go all day, mate. I could do it all day. It's just sort of like, you know, a little bit of Cockney, a little bit of the English sort of thing, man. It's easy for me.
Okay, I got you. Okay, would you rather have a big break in a series that gets cancelled after one season or be a supporting actor in a low-running hit show?
The first one, because then after it gets cancelled, people know me and they'll book me in
They'll
something
book you
else.
again. Okay, I got you. Would you rather act in a historical drama set in the 1800s or a futuristic sci-fi adventure?
Ooh, the period piece, the past.
1800s.
1800s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you rather act in a role that requires you to age from a teenager to an elderly person or a role that requires significant CGI transformation?
The first one.
First one.
Yeah.
Okay. Final one, yeah. Would you rather be known for comedic timing or your dramatic depth?
At this point in my career,
Yes.
comedic timing.
Comedic timing.
Yeah.
I think you're doing
I've
that
done some
quite
pretty
well.
serious ones. Like I was going through my acting reel the other day, and a lot of it's like very heavy, very emotional, and
Yeah.
I'd like to do a lot more funny.
Listen, now, I mean, this is now acting stuff aside. So you've been jawling here as well. I see Habitat, Africa Burn. I think, how are you finding the jawls though? Yeah? You know, Cape Town was like the super hub for parties, like for a long time.
Dude, I'm having the time of my life out here.
Which ones have you enjoyed recently?
I really loved Habitat.
Yeah.
I was with my partner in crime, Jack Payne.
Yeah.
He's my homie.
I checked some of the photos and I was like, the guys look like they're having a ball of a time.
No, dude, that's my bread and butter, hey. Art and festivals. I'm taking my little brother to his first one at the end of this month as well. He's 21.
He's 21. His first one?
Yeah, first ever festival.
What's his first one? Where's he going to?
Habitat 2, man.
Habitat 2?
Yeah.
How many, since you've been in Cape Town, how many jewels have you hit though?
I've done a lot of clubbing.
Okay.
But I've done Africa Burn and I've done Habitat as festivals. I tried my best to go to Wee House Sundays and I didn't get tickets. But yeah, dude, mostly just trying to catch the Deep House Jewels, Dope Room, freaking shout out Dawson. And what was the other one? World Without End. Julian Gomes just did his World Without End recently. So yeah, it's so funny. I'm listing all the the Joburg DJs.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I love it, Joel.
So Deep House, who's your favorite Deep House artist? We just gonna
Natty Nice.
Natty Nice.
Natty Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, his stuff recently.
Do you produce anything or you just playing?
I just play. Yeah.
Is it something you want to do though?
Absolutely. One day someone's gonna have to teach me how to do it. For sure.
You definitely play your own. And so with your parties right now, what you said, House of Jane.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell a little bit about that. When does it happen? When can people check it out? I
just did the first one this past weekend. Yeah. And the idea is not like, I'm not trying to sell tickets for a bunch of people to watch the DJs. It's more like a book club radio or Stay True Sounds where they film the sets.
Yeah.
So the idea is just I created like a really beautiful space with a nice backdrop for DJs to come and express themselves without parameters.
Yeah.
So you play whatever you want for 2 hours and then there's 3 camera angles filming it, and I hired incredible cinematographer, True North.
Like kind of boiler room kind of vibes.
Yeah, exactly. Boiler room kind of vibes. That's what I was going for.
Okay.
Yeah. My mate Gert from True North, he shot it for me, did an incredible job. The edits are still in process and then it'll come out. But yeah, the idea is to help DJs get their name out because I don't book a lot as a DJ.
Yes.
I'm struggling to kind of get my name out there and get on lineups. Yeah. Also, Deep House is a pretty niche genre in Cape Town.
It's still super loved. I'm not gonna lie to you. For being part of the scene here for a while, at one point it was like super huge. It was like it was the main thing, and then so many different genres kind of started popping up. That's actually my follow-up question. We wanted to ask you, what do you think about like the Amapiano wave that took over the world right now?
Oh, cheapest, dude. I grew up in Joburg.
Yeah.
Amapiano is fucking very dear to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I absolutely adore it. And I'm so glad that we're on the map. I'm so glad we're on the map. And also Deep House is also getting out there.
Yes.
Eh? Like what Kid Funk's doing with Stay True Sounds.
Yes.
And like partnering with Defected. He's got us out there for Deep House. And Afro House is also a joke at the moment.
Yeah.
It's huge. South African music has been slept on internationally for far too long.
But we're out there now. I think they're starting to know. I got the last 2 questions here before we're gonna fly out of here. Quickly, want to know what are some of the best values that your parents instilled in you, like to this day, that like you still kind of live by or use in your life?
Wow. Cheapest. Well, me and my dad went to watch Surf's Up together. Which is also a huge favorite film of mine. Yeah. And in that movie, he goes, "Winners find a way." And that was a piece of advice that my dad gave me for a long time.
Winners find a way.
Another one that he dropped on me was happiness exists between your ears. So it doesn't exist outside of you.
Yes.
You are the beginning and the end of your happiness.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful one. So I'd say that's probably the one I think about the most.
Are you a quote person? You like quotes?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're gonna give me, besides for ones from your dad, top 3 quotes for you?
Oh, cheapers, creepers.
Something you'd use as an Instagram caption.
Something on my threads there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeez, dude. Oh my goodness.
It doesn't have to be verbatim, the word for word. Just like the idea of what the quote means.
And I've turned off my phone as well.
Okay, one. I'm
just gonna give you one. It's spiritual awakening doesn't happen when you're on a yoga mat or meditating or in your own time looking at the ocean. Spiritual awakening and change happens when you're faced with a situation where you have a choice to do something differently the way you did it before.
Okay, I got you. Does that one work for you?
Yeah,
I got you. Second final question is, what kind of girls you into? What kind of chicks you into? I wasn't gonna ask this question, and he was like,
Beautiful
"Nah,
woman.
let's just throw this one in there." what kind of chicks he's into?
Beautiful, funny woman.
Beautiful, funny
With-
woman.
Incredible personalities.
I mean, are you seeing it? Are you that sounds like the textbook answer, but I got you. Are you seeing anyone right now?
No.
No,
I've
no,
just
no.
come out of a relationship like a month and a half ago. So yeah,
I don't even want to get
I'm
into
just
that. How
playing
long was
with
that though? Just a quick question.
that was a 3-year one.
3 years.
Yeah. That was a proper one.
Okay, so I think now we got an easy enough trauma to use for the next role.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
I can channel.
Dude, I'm such a good actor now.
We can channel that. My G, it's been a pleasure. If there's anything
Thank
that
you
you want to
so
say, I mean,
much.
that's your camera right there. If there's anything and you want to tell people about, I mean, whether it's about your events, about you, about films, anything you've been doing, just like how people can connect with you. Like, basically, this is your shout out piece where you're like, yo, catch me on this, and that. Go for it.
Thank you so much, everyone that have been so supportive and so loyal in watching Summertide. Please carry on catching it before Carte Blanche every Sunday is 6 o'clock. Thank you for watching, and those of you that have been watching my career, shout for being around. 20th of this month, I'm going to be at the Armchair doing my first stand-up show. Please come, please laugh. And yeah, it's been a pleasure, dude. Thank you so much for having
You're
me.
welcome, brother. Last question, man. 10 grams of cocaine or 2 fat gunners. Thank you so much for watching. This is the pizza. Hi, Jason. Hope you guys are feeling good this morning.